Chairman Rangel, welcome back to Meet the Press. I want to talk about your book in a second, but let me start with the war. The House voted for funding for the war with a date certain, March of '08, to begin a withdrawal of U.S. troops. But in that bill was $20 billion of so-called pork, money for cricket infestation, tours of the Capitol, security at the National Convention, peanut crops. Why would the Democrats put that kind of money in such a serious bill?
Because they needed the votes. That bill, we lost so many Democrats, one because people thought we went too far, and others because we didn't go far enough. And so a lot of things had to go into a bill that certainly those of us who respect great legislation did not want in there. But the real question was, were we doing something to stop this immoral war? And what could we do instead of doing nothing except do what the president asks us to do? I think the most important thing and the worst thing that's ever happened to this country in recent history is getting involved in the Middle East. And I didn't care what was in that bill. If there was anything to slow down, to say what the American people said in the last election, get out of Iraq.
If you want to stop the war, why not just simply cut all the funding off?
Because you don't have the votes to do it. There are some people who believe that if you cut all the funding off, you leave our soldiers and military people exposed, and that they'd have no money, and then we'd go back to the scene we had in Vietnam, where we're fleeing by helicopter. And so it's all compromise. That's what legislation's all about, and you have to make the best moral and conscious decision.